Today we are discussing the interview questions and answers for AWS Certified Developer Associate. You can download the complete list of AWS based questions from the link provided in the description. Our interview question based on Certified Developer Associate is: what is AWS SDK, that is Software Development Kit, and how can it be used to interact with AWS service programmatically? Your answer should be the AWS SDK is a set of tools, libraries, and APIs provided by AWS to interact with AWS services programmatically. It allows developers to integrate AWS services into their applications, automate tasks, and manage AWS resources using programming languages such as Python, Java, JavaScript, and .NET. Our next interview question is: explain the concept of AWS Cloud Formation Drift Detection. Your answer should be AWS Cloud Formation Drift Detection is a feature that helps you identify and reconcile differences between the desired state of your AWS resources defined in Cloud Formation templates and their actual state in the AWS environment. It allows you to detect configuration changes made outside of CloudFormation and bring the environment back to the desired state defined in the templates. Our next interview question is: what is AWS Code Deploy and how can it be used for automated application deployments? Your answer should be AWS Code Deploy is a deployment service that automates the process of deploying applications to EC2 instances, Lambda functions, and ECS clusters. It allows developers to automate deployments, rollbacks, and monitoring of application deployments, enabling continuous integration and continuous deployment CI/CD pipelines. Our next interview question is: explain the concept of AWS API Gateway Caching and its benefits. Your answer should be AWS API Gateway Caching allows you to cache the responses from your API endpoints to improve latency and reduce the number of requests to your backend. It stores the responses in a cache for a specified time, allowing subsequent requests with the same parameters to be served from the cache, reducing the load on your backend and improving performance for clients. Our next interview question is: what is AWS Elastic Beanstalk deployment options and how can they be used? Your answer should be AWS Elastic Beanstalk provides three deployment options all at once: rolling and rolling with additional batch. These options determine how updates to your application are deployed across your environment. All at once deploy the new version to all instances simultaneously. Rolling deploys the new version in batches, and rolling with additional batch adds additional instances to handle traffic during deployment. Our next interview question is: explain the concept of AWS Lambda asynchronous invocation and its use cases. Your answer should be AWS Lambda asynchronous invocation allows you to invoke Lambda functions asynchronously without waiting for a response. It is commonly used for background processing tasks, event-driven workflows, and decoupling synchronous components in distributed applications. The calling application does not wait for the function to complete and receives a response immediately after the invocation, making it suitable for non-blocking operations. If you are preparing for any AWS-based certifications, you can download the complete list of valid, tried and tested questions and answers from the link provided in the description below.